Morning, y'all. It's I believe it's November the 14th, and we're off on a check and clean. It's about 8:30 this morning here in Fern Creek, Kentucky, and we're off to Hikes Point, Kentucky. So I reckon we'll see you when we get there. Looks like here comes Charlie in his big old four-wheel drive. Nice F-150 there. Well, what's up, man? Hey guys, we had to make a local pit stop here at the Lowe's, the local Lowe's here in town, and looks like they're not too busy today. So let me go in here and get my parts, and I just got to pick up a couple little things. Yeah, I really enjoy coming over here to Miss Kay's. She doesn't have a problem with me parking around back here, and I can just go right in and out the back door without tracking through the house or anything. So let me get parked here, and we'll get right back to you. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting into the habit of this. I'm keeping this up here in the cab with me. Go ahead and let this zero out. We've got it zeroed out, and I've got a little lanyard here, and right now it's going right around my neck. Guys, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and I got Miss Kay a new humidifier filter here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this taken apart, and we'll get after it. I don't have hat cam today, so my video technique might be a little off here. But this is going to take two hands. Let me get right after it. Looks like she's about due here. Okay, guys, we've got it. We've got her cleaned up, and now we're going to check the flame sensor here, and that's just by pulling your wire off here, putting your probe in there, and taking I use alligator clamp on the sensor itself. We should be seeing anywhere from 1.5 to 4 once you fire. There's our electronic ignition. We've got beautiful blue flame, and we're reading 2.7 to 3. 2.7 to 3. So we're in good shape here, guys. Let's go ahead.
What's going on?
Oh, not much, man. Over here on my check and clean.
Getting her done?
Trying to. Just got done vacuuming her out, and this has got spark ignition on it, and now I'm checking my flame. I just checked my flame sensor, and I was right at 3. So I believe, what are they supposed to be, like 1.5 to 4?
Yeah, you know, I always try to get at least 2. Anything gets below 2, I try to clean it. If I can't get above 2, I usually go ahead and replace them. Anything under 1 for sure you want to replace.
Absolutely.
But
and
you're 3, you're perfect.
all right, we're in the out. We're going to check the gas valve too.
That's just a habit. Nobody ever told me to do it. I just one day I was reading it and I saw it like, let's go ahead and check it too.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you can, like you said, you know, if you're not testing, you're guessing, dude. And if you can, if there's certain tests you can do, we need to be doing them.
Gives me a reading around the red on, so I just want to make sure it's right.
Absolutely. Okay, buddy. I'm really just now really getting into it, so I'll probably be just a little bit. Okay, man. Okay, buddy. Okay. Right here, 3.5, and our temperature rise is 35 to 65. All right, guys. She's a little hot. We're gonna dial her back to 0.57. It's just slow, steady increments here. Stink, man. You have to actually roll this Honeywell around to get to it. So, alright, well, while I got it, I don't know if you can see on here, but I've never amped out a gas valve before, and something I'm going to start doing too. right here it says current, 0.56A. So I've got my amp probe wrapped around it. Go ahead and get it fired up here. And we're at 0.3, 0.2. Alright, so she's good to go. And let's go ahead and put our amp probe on our blower motor here. And we're getting 5.4, 5.6. And what I do, guys, is I try to do my homework if I know a specific furnace I'm coming on. And I've actually got the physical data specification sheets on this furnace. And it's saying this is a 3/4 horse motor here. And we should be at full motor, full load amp should be no more than 9.5. And we're at 5.6. So I reckon we're pretty good on this, guys. And it actually shows me my temperature rise on this too. I don't know if you can see that. And it's actually, this camera stinks. It's actually 35 to 65. So these little data sheets are pretty good. Fire up the machine here, and we're going to actually do our flue analysis first. I just want to check the heat exchanger with that little test I showed you about the O2 there. And so what we're doing now is we're letting the thing zero out. So we're at 7.654. I've actually already drilled my hole in here. Got my cone in. Gonna put my instrument. I'm just gonna loosen it up a little bit. Go ahead and put my instrument in. I'm gonna bottom it out back there, and I'm gonna bring it back just a little bit. And I bottom it out, bring it out, back out just a little bit. Okay, here we go. All right, guys. I've got the door back on. The door should be on when you're conducting these tests. So let's go ahead and hit OK here. Next investment is going to be a daggone good camera. I'm getting sick of this thing. Alright, let's go ahead and hit OK. Natural gas, OK. And let's go ahead and start our pump. Okay, guys, we're going hot. There's our inducer. Get my freaking drill in here. Get a little deep in here. All right, guys. Once the gas opens and we got established flame, we'll see our O2 drop. Once we get down to what it's going to drop to when the blower kicks on, we don't want to see it rise. That could be a potential leak. So we've got flame now. Beautiful flame. And she's dropping. Wait for that blower. Okay, guys, we have the blower. It kicked on about 10.1, 10.2, and the O2 is still dropping. So we're going to let this run a few minutes. It's 12:40 right now. I'm going to let it run a good 5 minutes. All right, guys. Okay, guys, we've been running a good 6 or 7 minutes here, and I have been firing it on and off doing my tests and everything earlier, checking the gas valve and all that good stuff. But anyway, we're kind of stabling out at 105. It keeps popping up from 105.4 to 105.8. So I think we're pretty stable here, guys. We're at 8.9% on our oxygen. It says 7%, but you know, we haven't risen, you know, when we originally fired it up, so we should be pretty good on that. We've got 34 parts per million carbon monoxide. Anything under 100 ppms is completely fine. We've got 61 carbon monoxide air free, 59
We're on a 95% furnace, and we're reading 95% efficiency. Our excess air is 65.8%. Optimal would be like 50, but anyway, in our COs at 6.73. We'd kind of like to see 7%, but I think we're right there at 7%. I'm not going to split hairs on this, guys. So what we're going to actually do, I'm roasting Miss K out up there. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to stop the test here. Okay, and now we're going to look up here. It says ready, and we're going to look up here, and we're going to hit clipboard, and we should see a clipboard or an icon pop up right up here. Data has been stored, and we have our clipboard. Okay, let me go ahead and kill the gas valve here so we can let the blower run, and we'll zero out our instrument. Alright, we're going to hit escape. We're going to come down here to draft measurement. I'm going to go ahead and pull my probe. We're going to go ahead and hit OK. And hit OK again. And we're letting her zero out. We're going to do 4 different tests here. We're going to do our fluid analysis. We're going to do our draft test right here, and then we're going to do our temperature differential, which we seen on the nameplate here was 35 to 65, and we're going to do an ambient CO. All right, we've got the spark ignition. We have gas now. All right, guys, we're at 1250. I'm not supposed to leave this on for more than 5 minutes on this particular test right here. Looks like on a 90% plus, our draft should be like 0.10 to 0.24. Now this is a 95, so I'm not sure, what the tenths would actually be on this. Maybe Jim can explain that to us or something. I'm not going to make you watch 5 minutes of this, so I'll get right back. Okay, guys, it's 12:54. We've been on about 4, almost 5 minutes here. We're at 105.6 on our stack, which is fantastic. We're at 0.145, and on our drawing here it says we should be at 0.10 to 0.24. So everything on here looks pretty good. I mean, we're like, if we're out, we're like only tenths out. So, but anyway, on this one now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hit stop. Save it to clipboard. Data has been stored. What I'm actually doing is following Eddie's lead here. I've taken my new differential temperature probe and I stuck it in the center of this filter on this side of the furnace here. So what I'm going to do is actually slide that dude back in. And we'll put this on as best as we can. I mean, I'm not going to be able to put that on. I've got my wire. Anyway, we'll leave it just like that. Okay, guys, let me drill a hole for the temperature probe here, and we'll got my hole drilled, and we're going to do our temperature differential. We're going to bottom it back out to the other side. Well, heck, I'll just pull it back just a hair. This is some pretty big dut. So, all right. Okay, got her in there. And we've got our other perspective probe in our return there. And let's get her ready to go. Let's turn her on. Fire it up. We'll let this run about 4 or 5 minutes. Our T1, which is our supply air, is running at 133. Our T2, which is our return air, and we've got it dead center, is running at 77 to 78. And our delta here is running about 54 to 55. So we're looking pretty good, guys. Like I said, I think we're ready to rock. So let's get our ambient and we'll get us a printout. We'll go ahead and hit stop. Hit clipboard. Data is stored. Okay, guys, we're ready to go. Let me go ahead and hit on out and get our ambient. Came out here to the fresh air, and we're going to go ahead and do our CO ambient. Let's hit OK. And let's hit OK again. and hit OK. We started our pump. I guess it was picking up off that exhaust. Okay. I'm checking the CO. I want to walk.
You want to come in this
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I can walk right over, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. I'm heading down to the furniture. And we'll probably pick up a little bit in here, guys. Okay. Alright guys, I think we're good. I know we're roasting Miss K out up there, so let's go ahead and hit the stop button. And it says CO concentration is okay. Alright guys. Natural gas, CO2, our combustion test is showing up as a combustion test and not something else. Our draft is coming up as a draft. And our differential is coming up as a differential. Now we got our CO ambient. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, let's do one more. Okay guys, got my little Rochester heating and air stickers that I'm so proud of, and I've got my new combustion analysis taped to the coil door here, so I can know what it did, what it did last year, but I actually saved it to my folders too. Okay guys, I went to fire it off and everything. And actually what I did was I came straight down here and I jumped the furnace out when I got here and started my check and clean, so I wouldn't have to go through the thermostat. And what the deal was is before I took off to leave, I wanted to cycle it to the thermostat, and that's why I do that cycling thing. And when I did, the furnace was running like at 76, so I pulled it back down to like 74, and apparently it was grounding out and the furnace stayed on. So I had to back up, and luckily I got this little popper doodah, and or I'd be going through fuses like the son of a gun, but turned out it was thermostat. So we got our new thermostat on the wall up there. I'll show y'all that in a second. I'm letting it run through right now. So, all right guys, we got the new white riders on the wall, Got it on auto and on heat. I fired it off and we're waiting for 77 to kick. She's met temperature. Our flames are out and the blower's, you know, just cooling the heat exchanger off. So we're waiting for the blower to kick.
Alright guys, we're heading back towards the house. Getting back into Fern Creek here. And yeah, she called me the other day and told me that you know, it was like it wasn't shutting off and the blower kept running and everything. So I kind of talked to her on the phone and asked her to pull it down a little bit, and she did. And she said it finally quit cycling. But what she actually did was she turned the switch off, and then she fired it back up. And she said it worked good for about I guess 2 days. She called me on Sunday, and you know, so we did our check and clean. When I walked straight in, you know, I asked her how everything was doing. She said it was doing fine. And so I went ahead and went about my check and clean. And when I'm doing my check and cleans and doing all that stuff down there like that, I kill it at the thermostat and I jump it out, so I ain't got to keep running up and down the stairs. But you know, luckily, you know, I think everybody should do that. You know, fire it up at the thermostat when you get done doing whatever you're doing, and let that thing cycle a time or two, or it's going to be a callback, you know, with the quickness. So but anyway guys, I appreciate you watching all my 320 stuff, and I'm happy to get that back together, and all I need now is a good printer. And I think Bukowski there was telling me about that good printer there, and I might look that up or something. I might get him to send me a link on it or something. But anyway guys, oh, that's where we take Sarge at, right over there. That's Fern Creek Pet Resort. But anyway y'all, I'm heading to the house, and I'm gonna go relax, have me some White Castles. Miss Kay said hi, Ray. All right, brother. She said every time she walks down there, she looks at that fan, she thinks of you. But anyway, all right buddy, I'll talk to you later.